This is absurd. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing today, man? How is everybody? Sorry we're a little bit late. I know we're about 20 minutes late. I apologize. I got caught up in a much longer game than I thought I was going to with CGB. I thought that game was going to end a lot sooner. Anyways, I'm here. How's everyone doing, man? We got some really cool lists already. Made some videos out of today. We need to get 2 more. So I need to figure out 2 more deck ideas. So we're going to be doing probably a little bit of building today. If you guys want to help me out with the building and some ideas, I'd be happy to, field some ideas and stuff. And if you guys want to talk about it, so far we've played some really interesting decks that you guys are gonna see. We've already got. Let me show you guys. We've already got. Oops! Forgot I need to turn my camera back on. Sorry. Hold on. I was doing my other format. Okay, there we go. We've got Abzan counters, which we just played. That was a really fun video. We played against CGB, had a really long game. We have Dragonfall, which is a landfall deck. We had a mono white Ugin deck that went crazy. We alted Ugin. It was really fun. And then Mardu tokens, really solid Mardu tokens. Right now, I'm kind of working on just getting the basis down here on the cards I want to play, but I kind of want to try this Abzan sacrifice deck that I have in mind, where you get stuff into the graveyard, you replay it with Smile at Death. I don't know, man. I want to see what we can do with this. I have some interesting ideas with this one. How's everyone doing today, though, man? We got Tyler, Nubaka, Brody, Firewater, Gotham, Stevo, Jack, Rick, Brendan. What is up? Michael, how you guys doing? Hey, Swayze, did I did count for you. CGB played 8 sweepers and 5 removals in his Golgari deck against your Abzan one. That was much good. That was such a good match. And the resilience you showed was beautiful. Yeah, I know. It was super good. I definitely, I'm excited to keep that one and show that one in the video this week. I don't know when the video is going to go out, but I was pretty upset just for the fact that, like, we ran into, obviously CGB playing a deck that just so happened to have the perfect answers over and over. Like, the fact that we ate, what'd you say, 8 sweepers? Yeah, I was like, it had to be close to 10, right? Like, we ate 8 different sweepers and we still kept coming back and potentially threatening actually winning that game was crazy. And it really kind of came down to the fact that he had that the outrageous robbery, because I was going to end up decking myself out, which was really unfortunate. So I had to, like, purposely you know, step back and not try to push forward too hard because I was drawing too many cards. But yeah, sorry, Firewater. I'm sorry we're late, brother. Let's see some of those new Mardu cards in action. That'll be the first. I think that'll be our first video we post tomorrow. What's going on though, everybody? Let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's start building a new deck list because I need another one here for 2 more. I need to get 2 more videos done. So I kind of really like this card. Somebody played this against me earlier today and it was really interesting. Whenever it attacks or enters, you sacrifice a non-land permanent. You know what? Actually, I don't know if I want to play this one right now. So what would you guys rather see? I've got 3 ideas in my head. I want to play either something like this where we sacrifice things, and every time we sacrifice something, we're getting like a zombie token. We're drawing cards. We're replaying things from the graveyard. I feel like that'd be really fun, but I know it's not super my style. I have some other ideas I want to play though. That new card that everyone keeps calling like the new Coco. Permanence, battlefield, something, forget what it's called. This one right here. United Battlefront. Let me get out of the way here. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them on the battlefield. Put the rest in the bottom of your library. I like this card, and I think it'd be really fun to play this with Simulacrum. The problem with playing this with Simulacrum is that there's not going to be probably too many new cards in the deck because there's no real new artifacts for Simulacrum decks. So I think I might want to hold off to that until later. Today I want to try to play as many new cards as possible. But that's another idea. And then speaking of Mardu, I have another one I want to play, which is this Mardu Siegebreaker. I know somebody else wanted to see this really bad. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do the Siegebreaker stuff. Siegebreaker can work really good with like a blink deck in a lot of ways because that's kind of what it's doing. It's good for like ETB effects, right? Because you create another token of a creature with ETB effects. I wanted to play it with this guy here. When this creature enters, it deals 2 damage to any target. You gain 2 life. If a player is dealt damage this way, they discard a card. This card's insane. Kind of want this to be our top end. Yeah, this could be really cool. I think we're gonna do this. Sorry guys, I only built a handful of decks, so at this point in the day, it's like is when I start to kind of wing it and like put together ideas as we go. Let's see. So we want good ETB effects. Let's see what Mardu has to offer with the new cards and Tarkir with ETBs. See how many good ones we have here. All right, so we got a lot to choose from. Let's see. So we got let's go creature though. Let's go creature, thin it out a little bit here. All right, so we got the commons we'll probably just skip so we don't have to read so much. The commons probably not going to be enough to get it going here. Flying, whenever this creature enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. If it was a token, draw a card. If it was a token, draw a card. Interesting. So I can play this, return something back to my hand. I don't know if I want that. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target creature cards, a single graveyard. This guy says whenever creature enters, return target non-land permanent card mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. It has a flurry ability. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this taps target creature and opponent controls. Not a big fan of that either. 1 less for each creature you control whenever you draw a card. Okay, that's not very good. This guy's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. This guy is actually pretty sweet, but he costs 6 to play. I know he comes with the front end here of sorcery to deal 5 damage. This guy's been all around today. It's pretty freaking sweet. We might want to put that in there. We'll see. So when this enters, it endures 1, which is pretty cool. Now, so here's the thing. We could have a creature who has a good ability when it deals damage too, that we want to copy. Because this thing, it exiles the creature, and when you attack, for each opponent, create tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent. Like, this card plays perfectly with it, because when it deals the damage, they discard the card. It's something like that, right? This could actually be pretty interesting, too. Blowing up non-basic lands could be really, really good right now. Might want to add a couple of those. Maybe. We'll see. We might come back to that. So mobilizing is actually probably pretty solid. Actually, no, because it mobilize says whenever you attack, the creature's already going to be attacking when it comes in. This is a really tricky card to build around. Mobilize, we saw that. Whenever this creature enters, it endures too. So like these kind of cards would be pretty good. It's actually not bad. I should probably look up all the endure cards after this. Target creature gets 2/2 hexproof, lifelink, flying, pay 2 life. Whenever a creature enters, remove all counters. Okay, not very good. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature, draw a card. That's probably not great. Flying, death touch. Whenever this creature enters, 2 cards from a single. Okay, too expensive. Whenever a creature you control, oh, I saw this card. Whenever a creature enters, it deals 1 damage. That's pretty cool. That's a legendary. We don't want any legendaries. Create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Whenever this creature enters, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls. That was dealt damage this turn. Kind of lame. We've seen this card, I think. We like that card. Create a treasure token when it enters. Okay, these are getting pretty expensive. Mobilize 1. We don't want mobilize. We just talked about that being a bad thing for us. Okay, so let me go ahead and see all the endure cards. Endure. It has to be when enters though. Oops. So 3 cards. Whenever this enters, it endures for 2, for 3, and for 4. So this will be our best bet as far as a creature to copy with endure. We'll put 1 for now. We'll hold it. I think though, I have a weird idea. Let me see here. So when this creature enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control till the creature leaves the battlefield. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking the opponent. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice those tokens. Man, that's such a weird card, right? It seems so broken, but it's so weird. Like it works so good. Like I said, it almost was built for this kind of card, right? It's like really, really good. But what if like, let me think here. So if I were to take something like, where is it? I'm for sure blind. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So if I were to take something like this, let me see. So whenever this creature enters, exile up to 1 target creature artifact you control, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it attack, blink that guy, he'd come back. That wouldn't work. That'd be kind of silly. This is really good. Hold on a second. This is actually super good because if you take the evangelist, it already created the bat when it enters. You take the evangelist off the field, you attack in, it creates another evangelist, creating another bat. And then when it leaves the battlefield, it leaves behind a token. See, now that's something that synergizes really well. We're getting there. We're getting there. Urbrask's Forge. Whenever this creature enters, exile target creature you control. No, I don't think Urbrask's Forge will work too well with this card. Because it has haste, right? So you're going to want to attack the turn that it comes in. Brendan, thank you so much for the $2. Carnosaur, not new set, but it should be fire. Ooh, Discover. Yes. Discover. If it was cast, that's unfortunate. Yeah, discovering would be awesome. Man, Carnosaur is so expensive. I wish there was a creature that discovered when it ETB'd earlier. Man, is there really no other creature? This creature, when it dies, discovers. That's kind of cool. It's too expensive, though. Really? There's no other creatures that are smaller that discover? What is this? Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Oh, it's the name, Rediscover. Yeah, Carnosaur is cool. It's really expensive though. Cool idea though. Dr. Ruckus paired that with Beastie. With Beastie. Oh yeah, Beastie because it leaves behind a token. See, these are great. These are great cards to play it with. Like I said, with the Evangelist, because the Beastie also creates and leaves behind tokens. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. So what I want then is I should probably look up when enters and then token. Like whatever leaves a token behind is kind of. Yeah, like these are actually pretty great. Like these two cards would be really great, right? Maybe that's just the way you got to go, is just buy creatures that leave behind value after they get sacrificed. So maybe more of like when they die. How about things that have ETB and death triggers? So when enter or die. I was thinking about this, but if it died as a token, it wouldn't come back as the enchantment. It's pretty interesting. This whole combination is pretty interesting. Let's see. So this guy, what does he do? So whenever it enters, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. This could be really good. This could be good too. I feel like we're leaning so heavily into the Mardu Siegebreaker though. Like there's not another, I need to make sure there's like another backup synergy here that like just works well. You know what I mean? Like it can't just be all about either you find the Siegebreaker or you lose, you know? So it's got to have a sort of game plan that can kind of stand on its own 2 feet as well. That's a great card for it too. Too many 4-drops though. I think we'll do that. I definitely think we need like Elspeth. I've been playing Elspeth in like every single deck here today, and it's been phenomenal. So this card acts, like I said, it acts as removal. So does this. This is removal for 3. This is removal for 2. 5, 6 mana though. It's very expensive, man. Doubling up on the tokens. Man, this is really weird. You know what I could do? Balloon Man. Balloon Man. Oh, I spelled balloon wrong. Balloon Man copies another creature, right? Instead of Beastie, maybe? I don't know. Beastie's really good. Another 3-drop. It's pretty good, though. Balloon Man, Elspeth. I like where this idea is going. How do we get there easier, though, without it, like... Sorry, guys. We're just thinking here. We're just thinking. I'll read your text here, see if you guys got any other cool ideas. Skullcap Snail. Skullcap Snail. Oh, the discarding a card or exiling a card from their hand. That's something. Encroaching Mycosynth Marshal makes all your permanents artifacts. Hey, Swayze, trying to build a deck around Simulacrum Synthesizer, doubling season, and 2 steps ahead. Any card suggestion for that deck? Simulacrum Synthesizer, doubling season, 2 steps ahead. Hold on. You mean 3 steps ahead, I'm guessing? Yeah, so blue-green. Season of Weaving is really fun with that sort of idea and game plan. There's also Repurposing Bay you can kind of probably fit into that. That makes it a little bit more consistent. The actual Zergo. That's the new card, right? Oh, this Zergo or... Are you talking about this Zergo? Because if we're talking about this Zergo, we're out of colors. If you're talking about this Zergo, the unfortunate thing with the mobilize is the fact that you're not going to be able to get the trigger of the mobilize, because mobilize says whenever you attack, the creature's already going to be attacking. Evangelist gets exiled, won't make a bat. Oh, it gets exiled? At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. No, it will for sure get the bat. No, I think you're misunderstanding. We exile it with the Siege Breaker, but it creates the token of the Evangelist to attack in again and sacrifices that token that it just created of the Evangelist. Maybe Viper? Man, that's so expensive. But yeah, I mean, Viper would be nuts. Viper would be, well, it wouldn't get the extra 1/1 counter because it'd already be coming into the battlefield attacking. What up, Andrew? There's a 4-man creature that discovers. There's a 4-mana. Yeah, it does. There is a 4-mana creature that does discover, but you have to cast it, unfortunately. So that's another problem, right? Is that you got this, the appraiser, right? It says whenever this creature enters, if you cast it, which is my biggest issue with it. So if it was just regular discover, for sure, this would be like the best possible card to put in the deck, but has to be cast. Tokens. Can also do forge and death triggers. El Core. This here. Oh, because when things die and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That might make the build. Hey, Sweezy, I know you probably don't know how the card works, but I'm very curious. Are there any cards in the set that works with Fate's Tempest, a dragon card? I'll get back to you on that. I want to make sure we get through this real fast, and I'll answer other questions about other decks in a minute here. Do the burglar creatures that forces a discard, the green enduring, that red card that makes copies of itself? Green enduring that makes copies of itself? I don't know if we can fit a green enduring card in here. Nahiri's Resolve will do it. When you cast a non-creature spell. Yeah, it does feel like a commander card a little bit. Toby. Yeah, we have Toby in here. Reinforcements. Overlords. You can't exile the Overlord as it's an enchantment. Fear of Missing Out. Fear of Missing Out could be pretty good. Yeah, actually, I like that. Let's do Fear of Missing Out. Maybe. Do we like that? I mean, exiling it to get the other trigger, the draw discard, that could be pretty good. Okay, I think we can make this happen. This is actually not bad. I feel like this is definitely doable. All right, so let me get back to cooking here, guys. Hold on. Let me get back to cooking here. Let's do... I don't know if I need any card draw because we're going to have the Simulacrum kind of popping off for card draw here. What if I copy this a bunch of times too? That'd be kind of nutty. Because like this could copy this and get kind of weird and out of control. Let's just do one of these because it's legendary. One of these. Let's cut these guys all together, I think. Not a whole lot of new cards though, huh? But I do have 3 new cards. What do we got for Tarkir for tokens? Oh, I do like this card, but I don't think it's going to help us here. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this one's very viable. It just doesn't feel like it's going to work too well. I really like this card a lot and I want it to work. I just don't know if it's going to be good enough. Let me see here. I do want to add. This. Not enough removal though. I want to add Shelter by Ghost, but if I add Shelter by Ghost, it's probably not going to be very good either, because if we attach it to a creature, it'd have to be this guy. Otherwise, it wouldn't really work well. Tokens. This one's tough. This one's very, very tough. Yeah, I think core is actually not a bad idea. Dude, I really don't know. This might be the hardest build I've had to think about doing today. I thought this was going to be like a no-brainer ETB sort of style of build, but it just seems like it's very hard to build around. Oh man. It's really hard to drop discard creature. I mean, yeah, I could. Here's the thing though. If I play, okay, so let's do. I could play a discard creature. I need removal. That's the thing, right? I need something that can like deal with stuff on the board. But yeah, we could definitely do a discard creature. Everyone wants to see me do a discard creature. We can do that. Well, actually, hold on. Let me do the skull cap one again. So if we go with the exile card from their hand, we could probably drop one of these guys. Let's just drop this guy. I mean, it's really bad. I'm gonna lose games, but I want to see what this feels like and how it plays, and then I'll get a better idea of how to play it. So we're going into these first couple of games knowing we're gonna lose. I've had some really good luck playing what was it, 3 Verges and one Surveil. I've had a lot of luck playing like this. Did I skip it? Where'd it go? There it is. So how many lands do we have here? 24. We got this. We got these. I can play a couple more things here. Let's just add in. For now, let's just add in Get Lost. Just a placeholder here. Let's see, mono white. We need more, probably one more swamp here. All right, let's try this out. All right, wish me luck. This is probably not going to be very good. I'm probably going to get slammed here, but we're gonna at least play it, get an idea of how it feels, and at least get some games going here. Dollhouse could be fun actually. Yeah, that could be another alternative sort of. Maybe Dollhouse and then add in the. Dollhouse could be fun. I'm thinking. All right, I get to go first. Hand's not good enough, unfortunately. This is good. This is very good. Need that. Raise the Pass deck? Not today, but yeah, I haven't played Raise the Pass in a while. We could probably take a look at that soon. Let's take out this one. I don't want them filling up their graveyard too much here. Dude, we're off to a pretty good start. Imagine we actually win this one. Oh, I know this card. 2 less to cast. That's so good. Whenever creatures you control enter, cast it, destroy that creature, creates a zombie token. That's pretty good. All right, we're gonna do this. Exile this. Attack in. Off to a pretty good start here. Gonna get another bat. Now, every single time we attack with the Siege Breaker, we get a bat. Okay, so that dies. They get a 2/2 zombie instead. Very, very interesting, man. I don't know what they're doing yet, but... That's so weird. I like it, though. It's making me want to go back and rethink playing the sacrifice deck we had. All right, I guess we start with an attack here. Just one, huh? Okay, cool. We can play out the Simulacrum then. I thought for sure they'd do a double block there, but we get out of the woods with that one. All right, we take action. Take probably you. All right. Ooh, I thought of something. I thought of a pretty cool idea. What about for card draw, we add in the what's it called? The journal? The journal to sacrifice a creature on the end step and draw a card off of it. That would be pretty cool. I know somebody mentioned Urbrask's Forge earlier and I said probably not, but you know what? That might be another good alternate sort of win con just to have in the deck so we don't have to rely fully on a Siege Breaker in case it gets removed right away. Because that's the thing, if the Siege Breaker gets taken out, it's like, we need something that can close, right? That's a sick card. That's such a sick card. All right, so the opponent discards. Choose any target. 2 damage to any target. I mean, we send everybody, right? That's 5 over the top. They have to spread their blocks out so they can't double block my Siege Breaker. They might just be dead here because I get the attacking Evangelist too. Yeah, I think they're just dead here. All right, we get the first game as a win, which is kind of crazy. I don't think this deck is anywhere near being good enough yet. Got pretty lucky there, I'm not gonna lie. When's your next playing subscribers decks? We're gonna be doing that at the end of every month. So the end of the month on Wednesdays, we'll be doing that. Journal is sorcery speed. Yeah, but I can do it on the second main phase. Cause does a token go away right away? Yeah, it goes away on the end step. So the journal would be fine. For card draw. Take you out. Copy. You know what? This actually might be pretty good, guys. This might be pretty good. Doubling the... I mean, if we can start doubling the tokens, that's where things are going to get really fun and interesting. Dude, this could be kind of silly. I'm starting to look at it now. I'm like, this might be pretty silly. What if I just do this? What if I go bam, bam. Journal draws me cards. I'm gonna try it again. Maybe I'm too hard on this thing because it looks pretty cool. G to the G, gotcha, yeah. Would raid trigger when the token enters? If raid, yeah, raid would trigger. Raid would definitely trigger. Just go hard in the paint, brother. Mondrak time. The first deck I built today was the Mardu tokens deck, and we had Mondrak and Elspeth in it to start. And yeah, it was pretty funny. I got it to go off once or twice, but we took Mondrak out because it was just to win more. The raid effect happens at the end of the turn. There's a black 1 or 2 enchantment that lets you sacrifice a creature, draw a card, and gain 1 life. Really? I don't know which card you're talking about. All right, let's see what we can do here. We got white. We got the journal next turn. And let's draw a card. I need to get some more cards in hand here. I need to find our siege, of course. Vengeful Blood Witch. What about proliferating? Oh wait, I don't know how to say that. Perforating artist. I know you love all the old cards, but what if at some point for the kind of event you play only with the new cards? Well, I mean, you can't just play new cards. Like, that never works out. No matter how hard you want to try to make that happen, it's not really possible. If I played every card in my deck was a new card, it would lose every game because nobody else does that. Can this block? Decayed means they can't block, right? Yeah. And it has trample, so I'm not blocking. Oh man, allergies are the worst. Overlord. Okay, so what exactly are we doing here? Are we doing more graveyard tricks? Whenever non-token creature you control dies, reveal a card from the top of your library. Oh, we got it, guys. Holy cow, we actually got it. This can't block either. Oh, this is so good. Okay. Do we want to waste this, though, on this? Or do we want to wait? I mean, we do get to draw an extra card. They discard a card. That's kind of nuts. Okay, this is kind of nuts. I won't lie. And then we sacrifice the token. Beautiful. Draw a card. Oh my gosh, dude. This is wild. Hey, Mom. Oh, thank you so much, Brendan. I appreciate that. Events where you're playing nothing but new cards are called draft. Yeah, I guess so, right? The enchantment is called Vampiric Rites. Okay, so I'll look that one up. So you're saying that it lets you sacrifice a creature and draw a card and gain 1 life. Can I do that like every turn? Like the journal here or what? Okay, they definitely have removal here. That's for darn sure. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, well, they get to discard another card. That's kind of insane, too. I didn't even actually think about that. That's actually kind of nutty that we get the card back again. Oh, poor fella is getting cooked right now with that. All right, we're going to draw. Or not draw. We're going to get the extra land here. Man, they are refusing to attack with that creature, aren't they? Because of the Decayed. Can't hang on to it forever, my friend. Alright, hopefully we get another land here. Maybe we can get the Carnosaur out here. And then if we get the Carnosaur out, maybe it hits another siege. I should probably consider starting to record here, guys, because this deck's actually performing pretty well. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Dude, this guy is getting deleted with the hand. All right, we sacrifice this, we draw an extra card, and we get a simulacrum. That's fine. Not ideal, but that's fine. Dude, imagine we get this combo going off with Elspeth on the field. That's where it's really at. Okay, they get down another demon with the decayed. Oh, but it sacrifices immediately for another zombie. I guess they're trying to give me the decayed tokens, so they can remove my stuff off the field, but... does the Balloon Man cost 1 to do its ability? I can't remember if it costs 1 or if it just taps and then uses its ability. Because if I get really lucky with the Trumpeting Carnosaur off the top with the Balloon Man, things could get really weird. All right, Bailmerk. Probably getting back one of their zombies. All right, so how many? We need 4 tokens for this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not able to play this. I can deal 2 damage straight to their face though here, forcing a discard, and then attack in, forcing another discard, which would take away their whole hand. But then they block. They're probably blocking this turn anyways. I guess it is probably time we get like this in here. I have an idea. Let's give everything flying. Does this give everything or just tokens flying? Creature controls 4 more creature tokens. Creature tokens you control have flying. So just the tokens have flying, which is still pretty good. So we're going to do this. Sacrifice this. Give myself another token. When we attack him with the Siege Breaker, that's another token. And all my tokens have flying. So that's pretty good. They are going to block the Siege Breaker, but what can you do? They're going to lose both cards in their hand. Last card in their hand is gone. Seems okay. I've got the 2 damage for just a surprise sort of 2 damage here at any point in the game, which is pretty cool. If I could draw Elspeth, I mean, the game just ends on the spot too. I give everything flying and 1/1 counters. Wait, how do they keep getting this card back? Like, didn't I exile a boatload of these things already? 1, 2. That's their 3rd one. Okay, another zombie token. Yeah, I think this card paired with that that white enchantment that says you can replay cards from your graveyard would be so good. That's probably gonna be the next deck that I make. Holy cow, opponent is just going, man. They're going. How are they able to do this many things? Like, what am I missing here? Like, I'm missing... Oh, because this costs 2 less to cast their creatures. That's what's doing all this. Okay. I'm like, how are they able to actually, like, play this many spells? That makes sense. They might have got us here, guys. Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. How do I maximize this turn? I think it's just this. As lame as that is, I think it's just this. We deal the 2, they discard a card, and then next turn we Siege Breaker this, and that's game. Seems fine. Seems fine. Swayze, this is why I like Carnosaur. Play it, discover into Siegebreaker, create another Carnosaur and attack. Yeah, I want to try that too, but you're taking a pretty big gamble that you're going to hit the card you need, right? But yeah, that is a really cool idea. I have a lot of visions for this deck where like the perfect lines happen, where you get the Carnosaur into the Siegebreaker, or like, you know, and you've got an Elspeth on the field, you copy the token twice, or even Balloon Man your own Siegebreaker to create another Siegebreaker. Like that would be nuts, dude, especially with Elspeth on the field. There's some potential for some really, really nutty games. It just depends on whether or not we find what we need when we need it. Is it worth playing the 4-drop Angel that lets you cast from the graveyard to get Siege back? Sarah Paragon, maybe. Is that, I don't know, probably not. I don't know if we're necessarily too worried about when it goes to the graveyard. If it goes to the graveyard, it typically gets another trigger off of whatever it exiled, which has been keeping us, you know, rolling pretty good here in this game. I don't necessarily think I'd worry too much about getting it back from the graveyard, because we'd have to pay 4 for the Sarah Paragon and then another 4 the next turn for the Siegebreaker. I don't know if I want to give up a slot for that. I think Sarah Paragon is for only mana value 3 or less too. I'm not sure. Man, I will say this card right here, allowing everything to come in for 2 less, is beyond broken, and the opponent, man, has very long turns. All right, block you, you, that's 10. I'm probably missing something here, but I'll take 10. Wait, they gained life on that turn? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, then that means we're probably not going to be able to pull this off. Really? They gained life on that turn, huh? I wasn't even paying attention to that. Man, this cascades out of control pretty fast, doesn't it? I guess 4 over the top, though, to deal the damage, and it has the 2 damage. Yeah, we could still get this done. All right, I thought... Well, they've got this out here, though. Shoot. Can I do this and still have enough to... Carnosaur? No. Can this go any... is there a way to win this? I don't really know. I guess I could do this on Toby, attack in, and that would be 1, 2, 3 tokens. How do I give them all flying here? I need to get 1 more token here. So if I played this, 2 mana left over, not enough, man, not enough. Okay, well, this is doing me no good. Let me see if I can get another land. If I can get 1 more land here, I can win this game. I need 1 more land, though. Verge. Perfect. Okay, so now I can play Carnosaur and this. Okay, good. So Siegebreaker, pretty simple answer here then. We just go ahead and take you. Carnosaur away their only blockable creature here. And deal 6. Boom! It was a Hail Mary. I had to draw a card to get that land, but we got it. It was a Hail Mary. Sometimes you just gotta throw it into the end zone, and you gotta hope your wide receiver catches it, you know what I mean? They caught it that time. Let's go, dude. I don't know, man. It feels pretty good. I feel like maybe just playing it and maybe making a video out of it. What do you guys think? Is this a fun one or what? Are we feeling this? Oh, Vampiric Rites. Let me see what you're talking about. You're pretty adamant on this card. I want to see what this is all about. Vampiric Rites. Let me see if I've got enchantment. So it's a 1-mana enchantment. For 2, you can sacrifice a creature, gain 1 life, and draw a card. I still like my journal a little better. I'll tell you why. Because it costs 2 to activate this. This costs nothing, right? So I can still on turn 4 play the Siegebreaker, attack in with it, and have no mana and still draw the card. I do like the fact that it costs 1. I do like the fact that you gain life. But I don't like that you have to pay 2 every single time. I think over time, the amount of free draws we get off of this will outvalue the discounted 1 drop. But I like your style. I'm liking that it's actually working. I know, right? Have a great night, Swayze. Deck looks good. Thank you so much, Joe. Have a good rest of your night, man. Thank you, Mr. Humble. Enduring Courage could be fun in this deck. It's the second time I've heard that. Let me see. Courage. Enduring Courage. I'm trying to see how this would impact us a little bit more. If we're thinking that this card would be good because it would be a good target for Mardu Siegebreaker to copy when it dies, it wouldn't become an enchantment because it would be a token and it would just go off the field, right? It wouldn't become an actual enchantment because it's not the actual body of the card. It's a token that goes away, right? I mean, would it work? You guys tell me. Would this turn into an enchantment or not? If this was a token, if we turn this into a token with the Siegebreaker, would this become an enchantment? The Siegebreaker needs double strike. Ooh, giving the Siegebreaker double strike is interesting. Nahiri's Resolve. Yes, I like the journal too. This is definitely a fun deck. I want a full version of it. The tokens get pumped on ETB. It buffs the next creature that enters. The Siegebreaker needs double strike, not the token. No, it wouldn't. Yeah. Double strike vehicle equipment. Let's look up all the double strike options we have. Is it 1 word? Probably 1 word, right? No, it's 2 words. Oh, because I have enchantment on. All right. What are my options for double strike? That's a good option. That's cool. Let's see. Huh. How do they... Hold on. How'd they word this? At the beginning of combat on your turn, target mouse you control. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature or vehicle you control gains double strike until end of turn. Okay. Target creature gains double strike, has menace. This has green in it. It's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to do it in a way that I like. I was hoping that there'd be a creature that the Siegebreaker could land on top of exile, and then when it attacks, it has the ability to pass double strike to it. But if it has to be like an instant or sorcery card, I don't really want to mess with the core cards of this deck. So let's just run it, man. I feel like we're 2-0 right now. The opponent on that last game was popping off like crazy. We were able to close. Let's try this out, man. Before I jump into the game though, let me just finish chatting you guys up real quick. Try the Rakdos Gear Hulk. The Gear Hulk, that actually might work. Let me see, hold on. Let me just take a look at that real fast. Gear Hulk. So this one says, when it enters, put a target creature card mana value 4 or less from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. With a finality counter on it, that creature gains menace, death touch, and haste. At the beginning of your next end step, exile that creature. No, I was liking it until it said exile the creature. What's up, Swayze? Finally got to join the mob yesterday. Keep doing your thing, man. Thank you for joining the mob. I appreciate that. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I still think Fear Missing Out would be would make this deck OP. You're probably right, honestly. We should probably consider cutting. We should probably cut this, but it's such a good card, man. I don't know if maybe I don't like Toby. Dude, this is really, I'll be honest with you guys, this is kind of a win more card, but it kind of works in the same sense Fear Missing Out or Double Strike would work, because I'm trying to make a copy of the Mardu Siegebreaker, right? But maybe this could actually just go. And maybe we just do Fear. Because you're right, if Fear Missing Out would be nuts here. But if I copy the Fear Missing Out, I'm thinking if I copy the Fear Missing Out with the Siegebreaker, that's kind of low value though. But then again, the Balloon Man wasn't going to be something I was going to copy with it either. So they kind of both work yeah, they both kind of work the same way. I'm going to stick to the Balloon Man. You're right. I'm with you. That the card is going to be nuts with the deck, but I think we haven't seen one Balloon Man yet, and I'm telling you, Balloon Man is equally as busted. We just got to find it. I'm sticking with it. I think this deck is cool the way it is. I do. All right, guys. In between games here while we're playing, I'm going to be... Hey, Trey, welcome to the stream. Golden Argosy to blink the board. I don't think we're too much of a good ETB deck. It's like attacking and sacking and all that stuff. ETB is not really our biggest thing. But I am going to record here, so bear with me. All right, here we go. What do we think of our hand here? I mean, we got Elspeth for the first time. Let's go ahead and keep this. Oh, we're playing Dr. Ruckus. Okay. I know some of you guys were saying that Dr. Ruckus was playing a build like this, so that's kind of cool. Maybe he'll appreciate what we did here. We got Boros, though. Are we tokens? Mardu? Mardu tokens, maybe? I've been seeing Mardu tokens quite a bit. It is tokens, but... could still just be Boros, you never know. Scrying to the top. Do we hit their hand right away here? I think we do, because we just drew into the Mardu Siegebreaker. See what we get out of their hand here. This will give us a little bit more information too, which is nice. Dude, I really hope we get to go into Siegebreaker, Elspeth back to back. That's where I really want to be at right now. Okay, we got an Elspeth of theirs. I don't really feel like attacking in here. It's fine. I don't want to lose my nesting bot and get a token. I think there's more value to be had in that card. Balloon Man. Uh-oh. We got a Balloon Man. We do have a Balloon Man, guys. This could get silly if I find a 4th land drop, but I do have to get that 4th land drop. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck here. We're stuck. All right. If I play Balloon Man, it probably gets taken out here, right? I gotta try though. I've gotta try. Is it Get Lost? All right, no Get Lost. Day of Judgment. Yeah, okay, so pretty standard. Oh, shoot, we just lost everything that we wanted to copy with the Siegebreaker. Okay, that's fine. We're getting Elspeth. This is actually working out, I think. I think we're fine. Because we get the 5th land drop here. We got Elspeth next turn, and then after that, Mardu Siegebreaker is going to be worth even more, you know? Let's see how ridiculous we can get. I'm really worried about the matchup, though, because the matchup being Boros tokens, it probably is like leaning really heavily on the Urabrask's Forge idea, which allows them to run, you know, a ton of sweepers. But hopefully we can keep up. They got their Elspeth down before we did, so this could be rough. I do have a really good target with the Solemn Simulacrum as our target for the Siegebreaker, but it's not like the best. Hoping for something a little bit better than that, but we got 4, 5, 6. So if we get another land drop, I could drop the Evangelist and go that route. It would create flyers for me, and the flyers could block really well if they do decide to play the 0 on the Elspeth, because if they give 0 on Elspeth, all their creatures gain flying, and then we're kind of cooked. So we need some flying blockers here. But no, they go instead by plussing, and that's a good sign. We know a sweeper's not coming after they Elspeth plus, you know? But that's a really bad sign. All right, well. This is bad. We're going to exile this. Now, if we attack in here, they're going to double block with these, right? It dies. I get this back. I also get a couple triggers on some stuff. I don't know. I think this is the right play. I'm probably way overcommitted here on this play, but what can you do? We're probably gonna have to give up Elspeth here, but we're gonna force a lot of trades here and force them into making blocks. They can't afford to give up their Elspeth here, so they have to make some blocks, which will thin out their herd a little bit. That actually went a lot better than I thought it would. I didn't think they'd block that many. I thought they'd block the bare minimum here, which is just a Siegebreaker, and then retaliate with their own attack and 0 out all their creatures with the Elspeth, which looks like that's what they're gonna do. Shoot. All right. Yep, they do exactly just that, which is, oh, but they're gonna overcommit with the, okay, good. I'm fine with that. I just want them to lose all their flyers. If they lose all their flyers, we're chilling. Okay, I actually like this. All right, we basically got every land in our deck now into our field. We draw 2 cards. So good, man. That's so good. Oh my God, that's so good. Do we have enough mana now to play this and this? That'd be crazy. What do we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6. Dude, we have enough. Oh my God, this is gonna be nuts. They're gonna have to discard a lot of cards from their hand. 3 cards from their hand have to get discarded next turn. They take a lot of damage just passively. I really hope we can keep my Elspeth on the field, because if they 0 out, okay, they 0 out, which means they're gonna try to kill Elspeth. That's fine. I guess I'm not gonna get as many hits as I would have liked, but we're still set up here for a really nice turn. All right. What are we doing here? Urabrask's Forge with an Elspeth down is nuts. I guess it's not as bad as like a Seasons though, because a doubling season, because it doesn't double the counters on it. Okay. Are you saying there's a chance I can save Elspeth here, or are we just gonna send everything at it? Okay. It looks like they're sending everything at it. Yeah, no blocks. You can have it. You can have it. They're leaving back a couple of blockers here. I get that. I get that fear completely. Okay, well, they still have us in the pickle here with their Elspeth on the field. Okay, so I definitely am doing this though. I mean, I can't pass this opportunity up here. So we're gonna send 2 damage here just to get that last card out of their hand. Okay, and then we're gonna Siegebreaker taking this card. Now, if we attack here with the Siege Breaker, this can deal 2 damage to any target, which could deal damage here. I don't know if I love that idea. I think I don't want this to get double blocked. So I'm just gonna do. If I just do this though, they're gonna block here and here, and they're gonna save the Elspeth. I have to attack with this, right? I have to attack because I got to get rid of the Elspeth. So they're gonna double block that. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do this. The new token's gonna come in. We deal 2 damage to this. They're probably gonna double block Siege Breaker with these, and then I get back this to deal another 2 damage to this. That's the game plan. We get the flyer. I think the flyer's gonna go face. It has to go face, right? Yeah, goes face. They're in a bit of a pickle here. They're in a really big pickle here because if they block the Siege Breaker and I get back the flyer, they lose their Elspeth. So it really comes down to how badly do they want their Elspeth, you know? And they want to keep it. They want to keep their Elspeth, which keeps my Siege Breaker alive and gets me another Elspeth next turn. Hey, that works out. See, you put them in a bad position like that where they have to make a decision to either keep their Elspeth or kill my Siege Breaker. I'm leaving with value. So if you kill my Siege Breaker, cool, you lost your Elspeth. If you don't and you keep your Elspeth, I keep my Siege Breaker. It's a win-win. It's a win-win for me. And they have no cards in hand. Yes, sir. Double Forge is crazy, though. I'm not going to lie. Forge plus Elspeth is nuts. All right. I'm getting cotton mouth because my mouth is so dry. Oh, the Innocents to draw more cards, dude. They're getting crazy draws here. Does that mean they got us here? I don't know. That's a pretty good. That was a really good 2 cards to draw, and they're about to get a 3rd card. Do they give flying to all their 2/2s and go ham or what? No. No, they do not. Unfortunately for them, though, they can't guard against flying right now. Is that it? Is that it? Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. No cards in hand. Elspeth about to hit. I'm a little scared. I don't know why. I feel like I'm missing something. Something doesn't sit right. Seems like we got it, though. 4 damage, gain 4, go back to 20, and a lot of flyers coming through that they can't block. I mean, if they would have zeroed out on their Elspeth that last turn instead of creating 2 more 1/1s, they would have probably been fine. They didn't know, obviously, that I had an Elspeth coming into the battlefield, so I do feel a little bad for that. But if they had zeroed out here, they could have blocked really well against us that turn, but they'd still be in a pretty tricky situation. So, I mean, what a game. What a game. Wish I could have done the Balloon Man stuff, but what can you do? What can you do, man? Has any creator done a set review yet? I have not seen a single card from the set. I did one for members only a little bit, but it was more of like cards I was most excited about. He might appreciate it even more if you beat him with your deck. Try to use Zergo in drop 3. He's a warrior and cannot be sacrificed when you exile him with Mardu. Wait. Let me see this. During your end step, warrior tokens you control. Oh god, you're right. That's kind of, wait, well, I mean, that's good and that's bad because it is still going to be a legendary though, because it's going to get legendary rolled out every time. You had me worried there that I missed something really crazy. I mean, that is crazy, but you're right. He doesn't get sacrificed, but you can't keep getting more of him. But I guess he would then be able to swing through again the following turn and create more tokens with his mobilize. I mean, so there's something there. There really is. Copy the simulacrum because the legendary rule, yes, you will keep one token, but yeah, see, that's what I was saying. If you go heavy into warrior type, then yes. But a copy remains on the field, and then the next attack you lose. Yeah, sounds like everyone's saying what I was saying. Deal 2 to the flyer. You replace Zergo and keep 4 token. Can you deal 2 damage to the token? Yeah, you could have. It's lethal if you. It's lethal if you went face with both. This deck is gas. Wait, did I miss lethal by not blowing up their flyer on the... So when I copied the dragon the one time... I'll have to go back and rewatch. So when I first copied the dragon, are you saying that the 2 that I targeted to their face, if I had gone to target their flyer, I had lethal? Is that what we're saying? I'm so happy this is working. I know, right? We haven't lost yet. What about backup abilities, i.e. Windbringer Angel? Yeah, you had 14 damage. Dang, dude, I missed lethal. Of course I did. I thought I had such a good game there too. I thought I played really well. 2 of my favorite streamers going head to head. That was pretty cool to watch. Hey, let's go, man. I hope you're doing well, by the way, Firewater. I want to hit you up later today, I think. I want to talk to you. Yeah, catch up with you, brother. What about the back case? Okay, we're back to it, guys. Let's go. Let's hit that record button, see if we can get another game in here. All right. What do we got? We're going first with the Verge. That's not active. A lot of expensive things. If we miss a third land drop here, this hand is garbage. If we hit a third land drop, this hand could be good. But we kind of got to go back-to-back land drops. Do we keep? I don't think so. This is better. Yeah, this is a lot better. All right, cool. That's a good target to copy with the Storm, you know, Siegebreaker, but I think I'm going to send it away. I need a 4th land drop to for sure, and I've got a snail already that I can copy if we need to. Gas Guzzler. All right. A second Elspeth there was brutal. We don't like the second Elspeth this early in the game. What did we get? We got a Plains. Not a whole lot of information on that. Bale Merc. This will give us some info. Yep, just some Orzhov self-mill. Self-revival. Back and forth from the graveyard type stuff. Let's see what happens. They're going to drain us out pretty good, I think, here. Another land is great. I love that the Gas Guzzler is afraid of our 1/1. I don't intend on blocking, so that's good. Maybe they're short on lands here. That'd be awesome. No, they got it. I thought maybe with our exiling off the snail there, we would have had them hurting for some lands. All right, guys, let the games begin. Now, let's keep in mind the opponent probably, as Orzhov player, has removal. I'm sure they got a lot of removal. We'll see. Cameron, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you for that. See what we get. See what we get. They don't like this, though. They're taking their time, which means we probably get a pretty good card here. And we do. We get a Mistmoors. Does that mean their next spell they cast here is a Mistmoors? Kind of hope that's what that means. If they cast a Mistmoors here and I hit a land drop to give my Siegebreaker flying, that could be nuts. I don't mind that though either. That's good for us. That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. They get a zombie token and they get to draw a card off of that. That's pretty sweet. And it costs them nothing too because it's a colorless spell. Wow. That was a really interesting play there. All right, they send in both attackers here, which is kind of weird. That means they kind of elect for me to get my attacks through, maybe? Oh, no, they get another zombie. Never mind. JK. LOL. Not yet. Not yet. We hold. We hold, guys. We hold. Land is good. That's not very good. Does that apply to tokens? It does not apply to tokens. So those 2 ones are still flyers. You hate to see it. What you don't hate to see, though, is a flying siege breaker that activates twice. The problem is, though, the creature that we have exiled with siege breaker does us no good here because of the fact that the opponent has no hand. So not exactly what I want to see here. All right, Elspeth, do your thing. Let's just create some tokens. What an unfortunate game developing here, because like if we had, you know, a turn sooner, the Elspeth, we could have hit their hand for those last 2 cards, the Mistmore's there, and you know, the Zahur, and we'd be in a really good place. But now they've got a pretty wide board state. Not much we can do about it, and attacking doesn't really do us any good with the snail being our one creature underneath the siege breaker. I need like a Carnosaur here or something. Let's take you out. 2, 4, 6. Oh, that's a bummer. That's fine though. That's fine. We'll do this. We got to back up Elspeth, so we're fine. Back up Elspeth on the way. Simulacrum. That's a cool card, but we're going to kick things back off with this. Do I destroy this actually for minus? But no, because then these go over the top, right? Yeah, let's plus this. No attacks. Yeah, I really need I either need like a Balloon Man or a Carnosaur. I feel like those 2 cards would be really good for us right now, because Carnosaur could shake things up by maybe hitting us something good with this Discover. But the Balloon Man could copy the Siege Breaker, which could then, you know, absorb something else like a Simulacrum, and we can start over with more value. There's just no value in attacking him with the Siege Breaker right now. Right now there's actually pretty good value in blocking with the Siege Breaker. I don't know. Like if we block here, we get this back, they have to exile a card from their hand. This whole thing is kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. This whole thing is pretty rough. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. Why not? Why not? Get rid of their Overlord, because the Overlord is just a big problem. Forced to exile. Oh, they got another one of those. All right, they're gonna draw a handful of cards here, guys. Yep. Here we go. They draw 4 cards. They are tapped out though. 1 land in the hand clearly. Man, the draws have been a little bit weak. I can't lie. The draws have been pretty weak. They get back their artifact creature again. I like this deck. I definitely want to do this with my Abzan build. I feel like it's very cool. This card, now seeing this card in action, especially with this card here, I'm very impressed with how these 2 things play together. Super nice. Evangelist gives me 2 flying blockers. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You never know, man. You never know. Just stay alive, keep creating more bodies, keep going wide. Eventually, we can zero out and maybe swing in for lethal. Getting the flyers there was pretty clutch. That was pretty clutch. Their Hauntwoods is coming down this next turn. I need to figure out a way to deal with that. I feel like if we had gotten to Larian's Journal early in this game, or at any point really, in any game. It's such a difference maker as far as late games like this, where, you know, your opponent's very grindy and it gets really late into like turns 10 plus. Having that ability to draw cards every turn is just really, really nice. Trying to just clear the field up as much as I can here. How many cards are they drawing now? Probably a lot. Probably a boatload. 27 cards left in their deck. You never know. This might actually go to a grind fest and then they have to actually end up drawing themselves out. You never know. I doubt it though, unless I can deal with this. If I can deal with this, we're going to be fine. If I can't, we're cooked. And I don't really see a great way of dealing with that, honestly. I don't know if we have anything for it. We're usually the aggressors and putting the damage on, so having a big body like that is just a little too much, I think, for us to handle. All right, we get 2 more flyers. That's fine. What if I go the route of maybe giving up on Elspeth here and just minusing it to take care of the Mist Wars? Like minusing the 3. I don't know. Is that the plan? Is that what we do? This is a really hard deck to play against. It's very, very grindy, man. Drawing another 1, that's fine. But they get another 2/2 out of the deal. That's pretty good. Okay, so we play this. Play this. Now, I think the idea here should really be to take out the Mistmores. If I let the Mistmores survive even just 1 turn here, they're going to be able to create 2 more 2/1 flyers. If I plus this first, I can destroy it next turn. They get to 2/1 flyers. Maybe that's the plan. That way I can keep Elspeth. I don't know. I'm going to go with the 1/1 counters, I think, for now. I don't want to block with these. These are actually going to be my win con. These 2 flyers. Let's go ahead and just get them in there for now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not able to just like quad block there. They're going to send everybody to Elspeth anyways, though. We're going to get 2 nesting bot triggers, though, and Simulacrum's going to draw us a card too. And then maybe we can actually zero out Elspeth and then attack in for lethal, potentially. I don't know. Guess we're about to find out. Trade, block. And I think we block with both of these two. Keep Elspeth at 4 so we can blow up the Mistmores if we need to. We get 2 more tokens, draw a card. That's a card. That's a really good card. That's a really good card. What do I do? So 2, 4, 6, 8 in the air. If I, of course, zero out 8, 9, 10. They just took damage for that? I think I have lethal. No. They got the 2 flyers in the air blocking. Never mind. Shoot. I didn't realize they had the flyers. I forgot. Darn it. Oh, why'd they have to have the 2 flyers, man? Thought I had that. They keep taking damage, though, to play their spells. Dude, honestly, if they keep taking damage, this might work out in our favor, of course. Okay, so if I play this, how much mana do I have left over? 2. Okay, so let's really think about this here. So they've got 2 blockers here. 2 blockers. If I zero this out, these all go up to 2/2s. So we get 4 damage through, 5, 6. Not enough. Not enough. I feel like this is more important right now. Get 2 more flyers in the air to block. I think it's just a matter of 1 more turn. I think it's a matter of just one more turn here. We're gonna do this. And we should be able to close next turn. I hope. I mean, a lot can change in one turn. We keep saying that. But we've got 2 damage to give them here. And then if we can zero out, they've only got the 2 flyers. I can fly over the top for most of this damage and win the game. They did sacrifice that for life gain, though, which is pretty rough. Back to 11. 17 cards left in their deck to our 42. If anybody gets decked out, it's going to be them. Holy, this is bad. Oh, this game, there's too much on the line here. I can't lose this at this point. Whoever loses this loses too much aura, bro. I can't lose that much aura, bro. As my child would say. It's got me speaking the lingo. All right, they're really thinking about this play too, which is good news for us, man, because that typically means they're struggling to find an answer. See, the biggest problem here, though, is the fact that Elspeth needs to be protected, right? So we're gonna make a lot of trades that we don't want to make if we want this to work out. What's going on here? I mean, the less they attack, the better, because they really need to force me to trade most of my bodies. Because again, I keep saying it, but if we zero the Elspeth, it's just GG's. If I have enough attackers, but if you force me into making a block with most of my attackers, then you know you put me in a bad spot to close the game. If I block with Evangelist, I'm getting 2 more flyers, which is something I've been thinking about. It's pretty good. Okay, so if I block you, I'm left with 3 flyers. Okay, 3 flyers plus an additional, or no, I had to block you too. Shoot, I didn't even see you. So I'm left with 2, 3, 4 flyers. I'm left with 4 flyers. It's not enough, man. The fact that these are all 2/2s is crushing me right now. I'm left with 4 flyers. If I zero them out, they're all going to be, so it's going to be 8 damage that they're looking at to cover. Plus this. I mean, I have to do that. I need to top deck something good here. I got to top deck something good here. Bale Merc. Okay, so they mill themselves out even more. They're down to 13 cards. They get more card draw? I don't know, man. Okay, we might have to switch up strategies here. Maybe instead of trying to win the game by dealing the damage and winning that whole thing out, maybe we just withstand. Maybe we just keep creating more and more bodies and just try to withstand the onslaught until they draw themselves out. I feel like that might be the most viable way to win this one, guys. Because again, if I send in the, yeah, there's no way. If I send in the attackers here, that's 8. They block 2 of it though. That's only 4 getting through. Yeah, there's no way. So let's just create some more soldiers. Let's do this, and let's minimize, you know, threats potentially coming back at us. And let's just hold out. Let's just hold out, man. Hold the line, dude. Hold the line. 8 cards left. What are these top decks though, man? We need to get Carnosaurs, man. We need to get journals. We need a lot of help here, man. I feel like we've been kind of let down with our draws. I really wouldn't mind the Siege Breaker now though. Is it Siege Breaker? What's his name again? Yeah, it's Siege Breaker, right? Wouldn't mind one of those now. They're just going face now. They said forget the Elspeth or what? That's fair. That's fair. Looks like maybe a kill spell incoming? I don't know. A lot to think about though. Not a whole lot for me to think about. So 2, 4, 6 damage. I think I can afford that. I think I can afford that. I want to keep my flyers just in case they find another Haunt Woods here. I mean, if they find another Haunt Woods, we're probably cooked, but... And they found another Haunt Woods. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Not looking good. 7 cards left. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive long enough. Is there anything I can draw? Is there anything I can draw? At this point, the game is too long, I think, to even put into a video. Yeah, this thing is like already longer than a whole video. I'd hate to like cut this one out, but this is like so long. We're taking so long. Ah, come on. What are we doing here? I mean, they've got this thing. I feel like they've got this thing kind of in the bag at this point. They're just out tokening me at the moment, and I don't know why they're taking as long as they are, but they get another walker down here to draw more cards. Oh, Balloon Man. Balloon Man's kind of fire. Balloon Man's kind of fire. Hold on. Balloon Man might have saved us here, guys. Yeah, we're gonna do this. These guys are dead anyways. These guys are dead anyways, right? 6 attackers. So we block here, block there. They got 5 coming through. 4 coming through. 3. I mean, I think we're alive. I think we're alive still. It all depends on whether or not they have removal spells, of course, but I think we're alive still. 4 cards left for the opponent, man. They don't want to... You know that they're holding on to a handful of, like, Enduring Innocence, right? Like, they've got a couple of those. They can't play. What does this do? Whenever they solve... Oh, hold on. I didn't even know what that said. Whenever you solve a case, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment card from among them, put it in your hand. I think that's just a way for them to find this guy, because this guy kind of runs the whole show here for their deck. Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way, dude. Are you kidding me? There's no way. Oh my god. That's gonna take up a whole video if we use that though. That's so crazy. That was crazy, man. Are you... I'm gonna... Oh man, that's... I don't know if I want to use that, dude. That's so long. I don't know. Was that entertaining to you guys? It didn't really showcase a lot of what our deck could do. It didn't showcase like the combos and stuff, man. And that was almost 30 minutes. Like, was that cool? Ah, dude. Sorry I wasn't talking to chat, by the way. We were recording the video. Thank you again, Carmen, for the sub. I appreciate you for that. Why'd they scoop? I don't know. I think they scooped because they probably, again, they were probably holding on to Innocence, right? They probably had a bunch of Innocence in the hand, which they don't want to play because they're going to draw more cards. They only had like what, 5 cards left or something. I don't even know, but they couldn't get lethal through that turn. And they knew I was going to create more of those flyers, right? They knew we were going to create 2 more of those flyers to deal damage and gain more life back. I don't know if they could have done it. I don't know if they would have been able to stop us, because we would have taken out 2 more of their attackers, right? Gained 4 life. I mean, that was a good player, right? That was that Nummy or Num? I forget his name. But he's a good player. I know that for sure. I don't know how to say his name, but that he must have seen that it was actually. I don't know. I'm happy. And then Firewater comes in and drops a 10 gifted memberships in the chat. Are you kidding me, man? Thank you so much, Firewater. I appreciate that. Oh my god, that's a crazy way to end it. Thank you, Firewater. You're really, really generous, man. I appreciate you for everything. Thank you, brother. That was epic. Definitely include it. Okay, I'll include it if you guys say so. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, Firewater. If you guys can please show some love to Firewater in the chat for that. This is not the first, second, or third time he's done this. He is a bona fide gifting machine. Just please show some love, because he's constantly hooking up the memberships to the stream and the viewers, man. So thank you, Firewater. We appreciate you, brother. When their zombies died, they would have drawn themselves out. Oh yeah, you're right. Because of the innocents would have drawn a card once they're zombies. I don't know. There's a lot happening there. I wish we could have played it out a little bit longer just to see how it would have really finalized. But Balloon Man is one of my favorite of all time cards. Been thinking about how to make him work in standard. Yeah, this is a good way to do it, because I didn't even get to utilize him in the way I wanted to there, which is why I didn't know if I wanted that in the video, because I kind of want to showcase a little bit more of what this deck can do. But the whole idea here is I'm actually trying to copy the Mardu Siegebreaker. If we can steal one of these creatures off the battlefield and then copy the Siegebreaker to steal another creature off the field, I mean, you're just going to start running rampant, especially because that second Siegebreaker will sacrifice itself, getting that card that it just stole back to the battlefield at the end step, which will get it as ETB trigger again. So there's some potential for this. This deck could really just cascade out of control, but we never really got a chance to really showcase that. You kind of have to if you want to talk about Jolly Balloon Man. Pretty much first time it was drawn. That's true. Nummy, that's right, Nummy. New. Yes, Firewater is that dude. I missed it, darn. LOL. What's up, everyone? How's it talking games going? It's good, man. It's good. We just had a really crazy good game right there. Unless that's Namats. Yeah, that I don't know which one. I know they're both decent players though, man. They're like really good players. Better than me. Almost to diamond using your fairies blink deck. Nasty once it gets rolling. It is. It's really, really gross, man. It is a certified problem. I know I titled it that, but it is. I kind of want to just play one more with it and just see what happens. And if we can throw in another video or another game in the video, maybe, but we're already above the threshold. We might be able to squeeze one more in there. Thoughts on considering Viper? We talked about it, but I don't think it's going to work. It's too expensive, and it doesn't get the attack trigger. It comes in attacking right away, so. What do you think about the change of the meta with the rotation? Rotation hasn't happened yet, but if when rotation does come, it's going to be really nice. It'll be a really good shakeup that we desperately kind of need. I'm afraid that we're going to just be seeing a lot of the mono red stuff still. Believe it or not, I actually ran into somebody on the ladder today who played mice. It was really crazy. All they really added was the new artifact that gives you prowess creatures whenever you play your second spell a turn. And it was really annoying. And I'm like, great, mono red got new cards. It's too bad you weren't streaming that CGB game. I have it recorded. It's actually going to be in the video. It's going to be in my video. Yes, it is going to be. Yep. Absolutely, Lebowski. Going to be sad seeing a lot of these great cards leaving. Since it's my birthday? All right, you got it, Carl. I got you. Tarkir is going to make 3-color decks way better. I've been finding it pretty easy to do the mana bases. The very first video I did today was Mardu tokens, and I struggled with the mana base. I made some adjustments going forward on my other decks, and it's been working really, really great. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about the 3 colors anymore like I was. You're going to notice that my attitude about the 3 colors was a little bit more negative on our first video that we made with the Mardu. But since then, it's been pretty good. Yeah, the Omen wipes were just ridiculous on that CGB game. All right, we might use this. I'm going to record just in case. We'll see. All right, what do we got? We got the journal, we got the snail, and we got simulacrum. They'll go find other colors. I mean, this is probably a pretty scary hand to keep. I don't think we've lost a game yet either with this, which is pretty awesome. How do I go from not finding a journal, though, to finding 2 in this game? This card's really important, but I definitely don't need 2. I played this card. This card is nuts, dude. All right, so we got white now, which is good. This is a very nutty card. The opponent intends on growing their creatures very big. Oh, they're using blue. I was going Abzan when I did my version of this. Oh, we got a balloon man. We got a balloon man. We might have to sacrifice this snail to get another card. I need to keep hitting land drops. Oh, what do we get there? A familiar. Whenever this creature enters, choose one. Gain 3 life, surveil, destroy enchantment, counter target. Oh, seems like a pretty good card. Let's go and sacrifice this. Evangelist is good. I do have the white, but I'm still looking for that 4th land drop here. A 3/3 flying vampire. Oh, this is the card that if it dies can pass its flying, death touch, and lifelink on, can't it? That's pretty good. All right, this Verge gives me access to black, but that's fine. We'll just simulacrum, get ourselves a red land. Yeah, let's get a red land, which turns on the other 2 Verges, and we're good to go. Do we sack this and draw 2 cards, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're about to be 6. Yeah, let's see if the Carnosaur can maybe really get us lucky here on our 6 drop. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, that's good, but a 3rd journal is so bad. All right, let's see what the opponent wants to do here. This is going to get out of control, man. They're going to gain some life. That thing has death touch. I do have a way to continuously create flyers, which is pretty cool, but... Okay, cool. We do, in fact, get a Carnosaur. If we want the Carnosaur, it is ours. Do we want the Carnosaur? I don't know. I think I want to do this. I think I'd rather do this. All right. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, then we sacrifice this. We have a chump block now to the 4/4. And then next turn, maybe next turn is when we go with the Trumpeting Carnosaur. Maybe we can actually copy it with the Balloon Man too. That'd be kind of nuts. That'd be kind of nuts. That is a really sweet land. Oh yeah, that's the Dragon's Eyeball, huh? Those are cool. I didn't mess around too much with the cosmetics with the new account. I should probably look into some of those new cards and attach some of these cosmetics. These are really nice looking. Okay, we're definitely not going to be able to Jolly Balloon Man again. He gone. Yeah, this one's not looking so hot for us, guys. Ooh, I like this card, though. Not super helpful, though. I mean, I don't know if I want to gamble my whole game on the Carnosaur hitting what we needed to hit. You know what I mean? Like, something we absolutely need here is like an Evangelist. But if I play the Evangelist, we can't really do much more. But we can block in the air. This also allows us to block in the air. And it's 4/4. I guess that's something we can do. But then they just put a 1/1 counter on it, right? I gotta try. I mean, we might have to full send here, guys. Let's go full send here. GG's. GG's. That was pathetic. That was pathetic. All right, well, we're taking a lot of damage in the air, but I can at least block down low with the Carnosaur and the chump blockers and maybe copy the Carnosaur now with the Siege Breaker and get some value that way. That might have been quite literally the worst possible situation right there, what we just experienced. And that's why you don't gamble, kids. All right, we got the Siege Breaker, which could copy the Carnosaur again. Best case scenario, we copy the Carnosaur and what? And then what? And then what? I don't know. It feels like I need to do something different. I feel like I have to do this so I can block up top. I have to be able to chump block that bat one time. We'll play out this. Give me a free card draw for the turn. And another Evangelist is kind of cool, but I don't necessarily love that I got that. There's really no reason to play another Journal here. I guess we leave the 2 mana open. I needed mana, though. I needed to hit a land drop there. I could have gone Evangelist right into a Mardu Siegebreaker to get even more flyers, but... Alright, so this doubles the amount of counters that they get per turn. That's fine. As long as nothing has trample, I'm not too concerned with what's going on. I just am worried about the trample. Oops, no, you're going to block the 9. Alright. We get another flyer. Another 3/3 comes down, though, and it's a flying creature. It goes to 15. Oh my gosh. How did it just get 15? What gave it 15? Oh, because of this guy. Nice. Double the counters on everything. Block here, but I can't block anything else. That'll do it, guys. That will do it. Not much I can do. Not much I can do. Got the land that I needed. Dude, imagine I actually pull a comeback here. That'd be crazy. I don't know how it's going to be possible, but you never know. You never know. Dang, dude. Crazy. Buy the nesting bot because it's a good 1-drop and we can copy it and get a lot of value out of the Mardu Siegebreaker if we can't find anything else. It's a good chump blocker. It's a good thing to sacrifice to the Journal. There ain't no way they didn't attack there, right? Did they really just not attack there? Thank you. I appreciate you. If I do get... No, let's not draw a card here. I have no idea why they didn't attack there. That's crazy. Suspend. Primal Might. 0, and they attack. Okay, perfect. Does that have trample now? It does not have trample now. Primal Might does not give trample, right? Okay. I love that they allowed me to, you know, potentially get some Elspeth triggers here off of the Mardu Siegebreaker. Without a sweeper, though, we're kind of cooked here, right? All right, so we got just one flyer going in. What is going on? Why are they letting me off the hook like this? I don't quite... Oh, that had trample. It did have trample. Didn't I just check that? Oh, did they not do this creature? I thought they... Okay. This does give trample. How does it get trample? I'm missing... Oh, this gave it trample. This gave it trample. I missed out on that. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. That game was far too long to be our final game. I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze another game into it, to be honest. Those two are long enough. Here is the deck list again, though, guys. Give me 1 second, because my wife said dinner's here, and I don't want to end the stream already, but I know it's been we're 10 minutes away from ending it anyways, like normal, but I wanted to go a little longer today. I might have to end it here, though, guys. I apologize. My wife made dinner or something. I'm not too sure what's going on out there. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go find out what that's about, and I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Dinner is here. Let me see. All right. Let me catch up with everybody real fast before we do anything. This guy's deck is broken. Oh, the counters deck? Yeah, the counters is really, it's really insane. You guys got to watch the Abzan list that we've got. But yeah, this deck list was pretty solid. We only lost one game, which is kind of crazy. I thought this was definitely a meme. I didn't think it was even competitive whatsoever, but we actually strung together some really good games with this thing. So I'm happy with how it worked out, man. It's a good one, man. I'd say this is pretty solid. I wish we would have got more of the combos going, though. We never really got anything super great going. It felt like we were behind a lot and just kind of like out grinding the opponent with our copies and stuff, but it would have been really nice to get a head on board so we can do the Balloon Man and Mardu thing. I do want to play one more, but I just don't think I can. The time constraints, but getting the journals in hand helps with the better Carnosaur hits. Yeah, right. F it, we ball. I think Balloon Man would go greatly with the Unstoppable Slasher and the Bloodletter of Aclazotz on the field. How's the new set look? It looks great, man. It really does. I'm all for it. I've actually really enjoyed my day today. As far as early accesses go, this has definitely been my favorite. Not even close. Best case we get a nesting bot. Yeah, that was bad. That was really, really bad. It's the Boris Clown from Duskmore. Oh, the Balloon Man. Go Eat Swayze now is a spokesman for national anti-gambling agencies. Yeah, right. Wow, today went quick. I know it went really quick. That's why I feel really weird right now, closing out the stream and ending this. I feel really strange. Like I feel like I literally just got here. But I mean, if you do think about it, we did take a while to build the actual deck. It probably took us close to 45 minutes to build this entire thing and flesh it out. And then what did we do? We did like 2 or 3 pre-game warm-ups, and then we got into the real deal and got 3 more games. I mean, yeah, I guess that is 2 hours. It did feel like it happened really fast, though. It felt like the stream just flew right by, man. But hey, I'm gonna have to do one more video later tonight. and that'll put me at what, 6 videos for the week, and then we'll be good for the rest of the week. So I won't have a whole lot going on this week other than just, you know, making, you know, deck lists and stuff like that. Maybe we'll take another stab at trying to get the mythic later this week on stream. You never know. Keep an eye out for another stream, maybe tomorrow or the next day, who knows, or maybe even on the weekend. Those outposts not having land types is brutal. The decks are already looking strong. Yeah, they are looking really strong. Or what decks are looking strong, you're asking? The decks that I feel like are looking really strong is, I feel like the deck I got destroyed by the hardest, that I was like really scared of, is not only the mono red deck just got better with that artifact, but I think it was Ash Lizzle came up with like a deck with these monks. The monks were crazy. They were just really fast. Like I couldn't do anything in enough time. They were just too quick. But yeah, another aggro deck. Aggro is typically going to be my answer. I didn't see too many crazy control decks. You guys should see Ugin though. Ugin is nuts, dude. We have an Ugin deck coming out. I'll probably post Ugin deck first tomorrow. He was crazy. We ulted him. It was wild. Maybe throw in the piggy banks. That's not a bad idea for the journal ramp. Family first, don't sweat it. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I got a lot more work I still got to do too. Fortnite episode soon. Yeah, so we actually, hey Brody, so we actually on the other channel, we actually have 3 videos in the bank already recorded. I just haven't had time to edit them because they require a different type of editing that, you know, I got to readjust my whole setup for. So they're just in the bank waiting to go. But we got 1 Fortnite video and we got 2 Pokemon card opening videos where we opened up some Pokemon cards. So we're going to post those very shortly. Again, these early access events are nice because I can actually take my time, make a bunch of videos at once, and then I have like the rest of the week off because I don't have to make videos, which opens the door for opportunities to get those posted. So hopefully later this week I'll have all of those posted. We had some really crazy good hits too. You should just really keep going now. That couch looks really comfortable. Fortnite episodes. Oh yeah, peace out, fleece out, Jam. That's funny. I saw someone running a white deck that was blinking creatures on and off, almost like temporary lockdown. It seemed crazy and troll. Dude, we just posted a video just like that. You should check out the video we posted yesterday. It literally was doing just that. All right, guys. I think I'm all caught up. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate you, man. Again, we'll leave you guys with this deck list, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be posting this video probably closer to like Monday, maybe Monday. But anyways, appreciate you guys, and couldn't do this without you. So much love, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next video, which will be obviously tomorrow, and it'll probably be the Ugin deck. So expect Ugin, and we'll see you guys then. Until next time, guys. Maybe we'll stream later this week. But yeah, until then, peace out. Peace. Gotta go eat. I'm hungry.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah, it's custom to cheddar. Talking real crazy if you think that you better. You got full control and he ain't gonna let her. Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time.